Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. So one of the new brews I built this season has been C'Thun Paladin. C'Thun and Paladin have traditionally not been a match, but there's no real reason why they shouldn't be. And this has been a pretty fun deck. Unfortunately, I have to say as a disclaimer right off the bat that Control Paladin is better than C'Thun Paladin. C'Thun Paladin is not bad. I have 59% win rate with this from the beginning of rank 5 to rank 4, but it is not quite as good as a regular Control Paladin would be, because the problem is you have to run a bunch of C'Thun buffs. This deck is running Beckoner of Evil, double Disciple of C'Thun and double C'Thun's Chosen. At 5 C'Thun buffs, that's just about the minimum you want to run, unless you have an insane amount of card draw, and this deck doesn't. So you need to have a bunch of C'Thun buffs in order to get those Twin Emperor Veclaws online, in order to actually make good use of C'Thun. And those take some deck slots. And those deck slots mean that you have very little leeway in building this deck. You want to build it control style, so there's Equality Pyromancer, there's Consecration Equality, these basic combos. This one is also running the Corpse Taker package. So I'm running Corpse Taker. I've also actually opted to run Chillblade Champions to more reliably kill Corpse Taker lifesteal overrunning weapons. And then there's of course Wicker Flame in addition. But it's very hard to put in enough card draw in this build, and it's also sometimes a little bit difficult to find out how exactly to put enough healing in this build either. So for example, I'm running Lay on Hands over Ragnar's Lightlord, because I need to combine that card draw and healing often when playing this deck. This version of the deck is going to lose to Jade Druid every single time. I have also played a bit different version where I replaced Righteous Protector with the Skulking Geist. But that still wasn't that good against Jade Druid. I'm not sure which version is better even. Perhaps the Righteous Protector is fine in the end. Overall though, you have some really bad matchups in Jade Druid. Also struggling a little bit against Evolve Shaman, because the C'Thun minions are just not being effective enough in that matchup. But it is a deck that you can climb with. In that sense it's a perfectly valid deck. It just isn't quite as good as something like regular Control Paladin would be. One that I played last season, for example, there's a video of that. And that's a clearly better deck than this one. But if you want to play with C'Thun, it's possible to do that with Paladin as well, so some fun times with this deck. I've also prepared some gameplay for you, and remember, if you enjoyed this content, then like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And let's go take a look at C'Thun Paladin in action. I probably have to assume this is 2. I might keep a Peacekeeper. Let's see. Okay. Don't nice to see that. Yeah. Probably. And I mean, too little card draw. C'Thun Druid is better against Priest, but then again, if you don't think about C'Thun Druid, then you can also think about stuff like... You can also think about stuff like... What was I saying? Jade Druid. But if you want to beat Priest, then, well, you would just use Jade Druid. That would be much easier. Missed 5 damage to face. What is he doing? I think I'm actually going to Peacekeeper that fellow now. This seems like a decent play. I mean, obviously there's always some risks involved as well as the Imp is in play. Okay. So that's 7 damage. How much do I care about 7 damage? Not that much yet. Let's play the C'Thun's Chosen. If it doesn't kill this, I can always go on a Steed on it. Then it will be a 6-8. He doesn't want to kill it. Okay. So I can play a 6/8 over here and kill the Cobalt Scalebane, right? That seems like a play. There's still a 6/8 on board. I mean, sure, you have 10 power on board. But now you have to have silence in order to make use of that 10 power. Without silence, that 10 power is useless now. That wasn't a silence. Are you kidding me? No. Not a silence. Good. Good, good. Well, now he can use just the Crystal Weaver to kill that. So he gets to push 5. Actually, he doesn't, because that's still the 2/6. Alright, alright. Interesting times. Oh, I would have a Hammer of Wrath. I guess I'll Hammer of Wrath down to Imp. Deny more card draw from him. That seems like a good idea. Let's kill the 5/3 Imp. I mean, he could find another Bone Mare. That would suck a little bit. Don't want to hit this one. If he Bone Mares it, then he can push through anyway. But if I hit here, then he can also Bone Mare this one to push. Let's hit the Kelazet down to 1. I think it's fine. Now he needs a buff for either of these, or a Soulfire. Okay. So now he's not attacking because he wants the buff to land. Oh, doing it like that. Interesting moves. Interesting moves. Well, I could just play Tarim. Then this will be a 3/3 instead of the 4/2 it is currently. And that's the second Scalebane already. There is another Bone Mare left though. So what do I do about that? Then I will need some other cards later. Alternatively, even with the Disciple, that's not enough. I could play the Chillblade Champion Disciple and trade with the Silverhand Recruit. That's fine, I don't have to Tarim yet. Let's do it like this. Down to 4, down to 1, down to 0. I still have a 2/2 taunt up against his 4/2 minion, and I'm at 22 health. And I have a couple of more taunts coming right up when I need them. I also have a Tarim if he goes with something like a Doom God play. He's running Mortal Coil in that deck. Okay, then that means that he's running Gul'dan as well. I still need a board clear for Gul'dan. Oh, that was pretty sweet too. Wow. It's actually problematic. I don't want to play the Tarim yet. I haven't found an equality yet. One option is to simply play Lay on Hands this turn. Next turn, that means the next turn I'm going to take at least 14, probably more. But that gives me the best chance to find equality. Or, yeah, equality is what I need. I'm going with the Lay on Hands play. I need an equality here. Haven't been able to find a single equality yet. I'm drawn 16 cards, 14 left in the deck. But he would have to assume that there's an equality in hand right now. He can't assume anything else. I guess this is his play against an equality. But there isn't an equality. Pyromancer Consecration doesn't kill anything. I probably need to play a couple of minions and then Tarim. Then I can Pyromancer Consecrate next turn. Or set something else up. I think this is just what I need to do here. Play the Righteous Protector so I get another 3/3 taunt with Divine Shield. But I get to reset his minions to a bit more manageable size. Now directly on the board he can trade away both taunts. But he can probably do more. Something from hand. He has played one Soulfire, he hasn't played any Doom Guards yet. So those are the things that he can do. Or a Bone Mare. And then he can let the Vicious Fledgling through. But this is the problem with Doom Guard Gul'dan decks. Now he discarded Gul'dan, which means that if I top deck Equality I win. But if I don't top deck Equality, then he can of course still win this game. Unless he's able to kill me right now. He has 12. He has used both Soulfires. But 12 is not bad. So I need the Equality. Oh, he picked up Wind Fury. Oh, that was pretty annoying. And a Divine Shield. That's really annoying. Yeah, some pretty sweet rolls. But I cannot find, for the life of me, I just cannot find an Equality. Okay, is there some way out of this still? I mean, I have a couple of Corpse Takers with Lifesteal. If I play both of these, they both have Divine Shield, Taunt and Lifesteal. So they take up 4 attacks and heal me for... And 4 attacks, and those 4 attacks will heal me for 12.
Options.
That should be enough to survive, right? I believe that's enough to survive. Conk, Pyro, trade, Conk. Consecration, Pyromancer, trade, Consecration. No, I can't do that.
Winter is here. Winter is here.
He has spent both Soulfires, so there's no direct damage. You can trade Doom. How can I trade Doom because this has 5 health? Yeah, actually I could. But he has 1 Doom Guard left. Yeah. But then he still has 1 Doom Guard left, so... I'm not sure how that's what's going to work out. Oh, because of the Divine Shield I missed 3 healing. But yeah, you're right. I would have left this as a 3-1, so it would still be able to attack into Doom Guard. But he would still have another Doom Guard left, so... Even though I was wrong, that was still not optimal. Oh no. Did he just find lethal? No, he didn't. You die on board this way. What way do I die on board? I had a lot of lifesteal on board. Yeah, or the setting up the lifesteal was the point. Consecration, Disciple, Heat, Wicker Flame. Yeah, I had Equality in the previous game. I am sure it's in the deck. Consecration. Disciple. Trade. Wicker Flame. These are pretty difficult turns. Yeah, but now I only had 2 health minion on the board in Theos. So this time I did not have enough on the board this turn to get the trade going. Last time I had more on the board, or how did it go? How is this going to go? Yeah, I would have this 14-14 C'Thun. There's 10, 14, there's too much held on the board. If I play Pyromancer Consecration,
Should
I almost have this right. Trade here first. Pyromancer. Consecration. Then I guess I will double trade. Okay. And next turn, C'Thun will win the game. He's not going to put 14 power on board. And 14 held on board. 10, 12. Let's take this hand. I was a little scared of mulliganing the equality away, because last time I just couldn't find one. So now I was like, I would like to have an equality, please. Oracle seems to be some play. Yeah, Oracle is an option as well. But I don't really like any of those options. None of them feel really good. So what kind of rogue is this? I bet he's running Corpse Takers with Storm Watchers. That's the latest hype. After Hypno played it to rank 1 legend. I see your dagger. I mean, if we keep this up, then he's dead in 30 turns. Okay, this is... Stan Sifka had a build with the fledglings. We're going with the Corpse Taker. And hoping for no Coin Vile Spine. Coil Vile Spine would hurt. What does he have there? Backstab into what? No! Bad cheese. Such an evil being. And the Wicked Prince as well. Feels bad, man. Yeah, Oracle gives aggro decks tools to keep pushing. So that's what I don't like about Oracle. Why did he have to find Divine Shield? Why did he have to find Divine Shield? Hating that Divine Shield right now. I think I need to Peacekeeper this fellow here. Hero power. I'll just have to get rid of that Divine Shield, but it doesn't look likely. This way at least he doesn't have on board an answer to remove the Divine, to hold on to the Divine Shield. He needs something from hand as well. He had a second backstab. This is bad. This is really bad now. Now he finds the Wind Fury too. And he gets the buff on that too. Wow. So it looks like I'm losing. I mean, he needed to get the Divine Shield on the first run. If he didn't get Divine Shield on the first hit, everything would have been fine for me. That's going to be 8, 13, 14, 15 damage minimum. And if he finds another Divine Shield, if I pop the Divine Shield this turn, and he finds another one, then I'm back to the starting point. This is a terrible situation to be in. I don't have any good options. Every option is bad. He can always preserve the Divine Shield on the Flappy Bird. And that means that I'm never going to be able to kill it.
Winter is here.
And this is also this is the Stormwatcher version. But he high rolled so hard with that one. And he needed that high roll. Anything else would not have done. Man, feels bad. This guy isn't even online yet. So I need the Wicker Flame. I basically have to top deck a spell. And get lucky. Now he can have a Wildspine Slayer already. He should have Wildspine Slayer. So it can kill Wicker Flame. Luckily he can't use Bone Mare when he does that. So that's some consolation at least. No, he got the Oh! The high rolls, they continue. There's no end to these high rolls. Well, I'm technically alive. In a pretty bad spot. Because now I have managed to gather... Now I have managed to gather enough... No, this one went wrong as well. I apologize. This one needed to come after. Because now I don't get the lifesteal. Yeah, I missed 3 health there. Yeah, but I missed 3 health, so I might lose to that. I needed to Pyromancer first because he didn't have more than 3 health, so I would be able to... I would still be able to go from there. And now we're seeing why that missing that 3 health was going to... Now we're going to see why missing that 3 health was fatal. I could be at 17. Ouch. 17 would be relatively safe. 14 is extremely unsafe.
Well played.
17 would have been safe. So he needed to be a lot more off there in order for me to get the win, but it's another zoo. Red Corpse Taker, yeah. But I hadn't seen a single Wildspine Slayer yet either, so... But of course I would have survived one more turn. And it would have been better to survive an additional turn than to die. Like... Kelazet, another Kelazet. I'll need the coin for some Pyromancer plays, most likely. Man, I would love to save that coin for some Pyromancer plays. Hammer of Rat is also quite clunky though. I'd probably put in Acolyte instead. No. Intios, no, absolutely not. I always prefer the Hammer of Rat nowadays to an Acolyte. Hammer of Rat helps me deal with some early pressure. Like kill vicious fledglings, for example. I've done so lots of times. I played this in regular Control Paladin as well. Whereas Acolyte of Pain just doesn't do anything to those, and I usually cannot get 2 draws from it. Not in the early game at least. I can get 2 draws in the late game. But then it doesn't really help now, does it?
C'Thun!
Puts it there. Does it even work? I don't know yet. It's too early to say. But I just felt like building a C'Thun Paladin. So I did. Because there's nothing stopping me from building a C'Thun Paladin. Uther is healing. I guess you could play like Ragnar's Lightlord instead. You can probably do that. I don't have Ragnar's Lightlord in the build currently. So I think you can probably play Light Rag. I have the option to play Consecration. So if I play Consecration, it kills these two, wounds these two. I guess I'm not in a hurry though. I'll just jam the C'Thun's Chosen. I don't think I'm in that much hurry yet. He's also taking it slow. Gathering resources. Yeah, I only do, but I also set the other minions to 1 health, so then they can be killed with Pyromancer in the spell. So say he plays a bigger minion, I play Pyromancer and Hammer of Wrath on that minion. Well, I can't do that because that costs 6 mana, I would have to also use the coin. I guess this is fine.
Unleash me.
Pyro Conk is 3 damage though, yeah. That's also a consideration. Pyro Coin Consecration doesn't quite clear this. It leaves the Despicable Dreadlord alive. I don't feel threatened. I think I'll just play on the C'Thun's Chosen. Let's see what he has. This is still good enough to challenge the Void Walker. Okay. The thing feels really annoying. Sometimes it is, yeah. Sometimes it is. Sacrifices the imp. Surprising moves. Too bad I have not found an equality. Pyro Consecration doesn't clear this board. Even Pyro Coin Consecration doesn't do all that much. What if I play Pyro Hammer of Wrath? Pyro goes down to 1, he can ignore it. Yeah, but I'm only 10 cards deep. I'll just have to figure out a way to pull myself through this. Maybe I need to go on the board a little bit more. I guess this is time to play Wicker Flame. And the Peacekeeper. Peacekeepering this fellow. Let's do it like this. Pyro Hammer kills this one, leaves the others alive. Puts Pyro down to 1 health so he can clear it. How good is C'Thun as a finisher? It's really good against Priest, not so good against anything else. Yes, I wanted to get damage on that one. That's part of the reason why I did the play like I did. So now if I play Pyro Consecration... Pyro Consecration is 6 mana. What if I play Pyro Coin Consecration? That leaves the Darkshire Councilman alive. Because I would really still want to kill the Despicable Dreadlord. Pyro Hammer of Wrath. I guess it's Pyro Coin Consecration. Pyromancer will die. And now hero power. If he has a Bone Mare for the Councilman, it goes to 5 health. I might still have some ways to kill it. He traded it away. That was surprising. Surprising at the very least. Do I take this opportunity to draw cards? He has only 4 power on board. Yeah. This is my window to draw cards. Maybe I can even find an equality. I mean, there are 2 equalities in this deck. I'm completely serious about that. There are 2. 2 of them. 2 of them, I tell you. He really wants to go all in with this fellow. Okay. So what can I do here? What about Howling Commanders? 2-2 draw Divine Shield minion. No, I don't want to draw my Divine Shield minions. I want the Divine Shield minions to stay in the deck for the Corpse Takers. I mean, it's nice that it thins the deck and everything, but I just don't want to draw them. I probably have to Tarim this turn because of the 8-8 Flame Imp. This Flame Imp is a giant. And he still has Bone Mares left in the deck. So that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I'm going to have to play the Tarim. Which means that it's hero power into Tarim. Now he gets to play a good Bone Mare. Make a 7-7. Trade away the Tarim. That will be sweet. For him. It will be painful for me. But we'll see. Maybe he doesn't have a Bone Mare in hand. So that implies no Bone Mare in hand, right? He can still have a Soulfire. Oh, he wants to go Gul'dan. Well, it doesn't keep the buffs. So you get a ton of minions, but they're pretty low. Okay, so then I need the Pyromancer Consecration. Deals 3 to everything here. And then I can trade away the Despicable Dreadlord. And I will have 4 mana remaining, so I can also play a Corpse Taker. Seems good. I can also trade away that fellow. Then I can still play a Corpse Take. C'Thun is at 12-12, so it's not quite close to killing him yet. Need to play the Corpse Taker. Now he has 3 healing and 3 damage every turn. That can get tricky. Especially with the silence. Also soul firing. Interesting. So he is at 20. I have a question to ask him. What are you going to do about this 12-12? It actually didn't manage to hit 3 times into the Spellbreaker. So now if he top decks a Bone Mare, he's in a decent shape again. If it doesn't kill the C'Thun, I can make the C'Thun a 14-14 with the Beckoner. This has to be a Bone Mare, right? If it's anything else but a Bone Mare, then he's all out of luck. Siphon. There's no Siphon in that build. Oh, he's at 13. Hey, my C'Thun is now at 14. Yay! I may need the Consecration. We'll see. Those might not be strong enough, but let's try. Actually, Princess, I don't expect anything. Yeah, I guess. So he doesn't have the prince, otherwise he would never play the pirate. Kelleset actually wasn't good until they nerfed all the real aggro decks. So it's only then that things became slow enough for Kelleset. What else do you have? What?
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Okay.
Follow the rule.
But we'll see. It is at least interesting.
So many wonderful poisons.
Okay. Well, he cannot play the Wildspawn Slayer yet unless he has a backstab in hand. So I guess we're going Corpse Taker now.
Winter is here.
Because now is a time when I can still avoid Wildspawn. Why am I here? The addiction is real. Maybe.
This guy's toast.
Why would you not take a... What? What? Why? Why do you do these things? Now he got the Shadow Step potion and he's wondering whether to use that on Edwin.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Oh, he got that. Okay. So I guess Pyro Equality is the play. I can also Equality coin Consecration, but Consecration is more useful by itself. I can also Equality Pyro coin Beckoner. I like that.
Options, options.
Let's do that one instead.
Like to play with fire?
Let's do it like this. This gives me 2 minions on the board. Bit more difficult for him to remove them both, so I might get a Spike Ridge Steed down. Not enough mana to play Cobalt Scalebane into hero power. But that's a thing. I don't have enough mana to remove it. So he's going to get a Bone Mare on that one. If I play the Steed on Pyromancer, Pyromancer kills the first form of Cairn. Pyromancer leaves with 3 health. Has 5 attack. Yeah, that lines up nicely. Leaves with 2 health. Yeah. That's still the play. I want to kill the first form of Cairn here. Now he can play Bone Mare on Cairn, but it's not really great. Because he's down to 2 health, he might also have some kind of an SI7 agent play. There's the Bone Mare. Was it really that good? One can ask, was it really that good? Say I play Consecration and Disciple. I have a board clear, a couple of 1 health minions left over. I guess that's the play.
C'Thun! C'Thun!
This
Yeah, I don't want to leave that bone mare alive. He might have another bone mare. Okay, now we've dealt with care and we've dealt with bone mare. Maybe to deal with some of this stuff. That C'Thun is a bit annoying, by the way. Why are you doing this? I guess to prevent spike steed or something. Guarantees bone mare target for next turn. Why would you... What? I guess he's really desperate for resources. Too bad I cannot kill the C'Thun. I guess I'd want to play the Disciple though. He might not have a buff card. I have the option to play Hammer of Wrath, so that I could draw a card. If I want to go with that line, then I probably did not need to hero power yet. I guess I'm going with the Disciple. Let's see. Now if he has a buff for the C'Thun, then he's in a good spot. If he doesn't have a buff for the C'Thun, well, C'Thun is going to take a point of damage. And that means that Consecration can clear it. Now he has 3 Paladin cards in hand, right? I think there are 3 of them. Okay, that one's meaningless. What else? Tarim. Tarim's pretty sweet. Now Consecration cannot kill the C'Thun. It can't kill this one either. Hammer of Wrath can kill C'Thun. That has got to be my play here. I don't want him to be getting more resources. Neuter is a relatively nice top deck. Do I need to do something before I play Uther? That's 6 damage. There's still Leroy left. There's still Deckhand left. There's still Cold Bloods. But his hand is 7, 12. More, I need 12 more. If I play Uther next turn, can't really do much. I think I might need to play the Chill Blade Champion here to heal up a little bit. This might open up an Uther play for me. There was an alternative to play that with Sunkeeper Tarim next turn to get a guaranteed kill on a taunt minion. So I'm a little bit uncertain, but I just felt I need a little bit of buffer so that he wouldn't have lethal as easily. That's just what I felt I needed. Pretty unfortunate stuff. Does he have a Wildspine Slayer? Because I could consecrate into Sunkeeper. That would leave me take 2 3/3s away from him. Then he would have 7 on board, and he cannot Vilespine and Bone Mare on the same turn. And I could also leave him with 4-5 on board, with me having no taunts, so I have to play the Tarim. Now if he has a Vilespine Slayer, then he needs a Cold Blood or Deckhand to kill me, in addition. But it might be that Uther is not going to be enough. Does he have the Vilespine? That's the key question. Wildspine and Bone Mare are the big bad things here. He had a second copy of Tarim. That was also pretty bad. So... if I Peacekeeper the Tarim and Chill played the other Tarim, that leaves him with 8 on board and I will be on 8. If I play Uther and kill this Tarim, I'll be on 12 and he will have 11. Well, that's a pretty easy call.
The light's justice has failed. Fall by my hand.
Now I'm at 12 and he has 11 on board. He needs 1 damage from the deck to kill me this turn. He had lethal, but he missed it. Okay, that's good. That's always good. Now I can play Chillblade Champion into Spike-Rich Steed. So this will be a 5-8. It hits here. Then I can also hit there. And then I would have a 5... Then I would have a 5 fall with lifesteal left. He can trade this one in. But he still needs to push through the steed. So that's the play. Hit there. Then I have the health to hit there myself. And I get to 7. And he cannot activate combos, so he cannot play Wildspine Slayer. That means that he can push... No, he still... Well, he can push through, but... he cannot kill me. Okay. Now at 11. So I'm going to kill this one. I will go to 8 and up to 13. Do I want to use the Peacekeeper this turn? No, I do not.
Frostmourne calls.
So I just kill the captain. I get up to 13, then I can play the Twin Emperors and Hero Power. Because the 2/2 can also kill these minions if he doesn't do anything. So now he would need a Bone Mare to get into the game. I don't think there's anything else in his deck that he can get that would get him into the game without activating combo effects. He got the Bone Mare. That is relatively sweet. Oh, do I lay on hands? Or do I play a Peacekeeper? What do I have in my deck that I would like? Well, there's Tyrion, obviously. Both Bone Mares are gone at this point. This guy hits there. It is at 3 health. He still needs something to kill it other than the Bone Mare, otherwise the Hero Power can trade into the Bone Mare. Well, I can pick up the C'Thun as well. I think it's lay on hands time. Let's go to 21 and see what I can pick up. Also Tyrion. So this guy trades away the 7-1. This guy trades away the 3-2. Then I will hero power. But if he ever saves a card, then he can activate the Wildspine Slayer.
The shadows beckon.
He got a Shadowcaster. Well, that's pretty good. He has had some pretty good stuff going here, I would say. Definitely some pretty good stuff going on. Let me see. I can play Pyromancer Hammer of Wrath for 6 mana. That will deal 4 damage to this minion. And kill both of the Bone Mares. Then I would have 4 mana remaining, which would let me play a Peacekeeper on this and a Righteous Protector on the board. I believe that is the line of play that I am choosing to take here. Let's get rid of those Bone Mares. I can trade this one in, right?
The end draws near.
I mean, I Peacekeeper the 8 for every time here. And I play the Righteous Protector. Now there's no incentive for me to trade this one in. Getting that 2 health, then it goes down to 1 health. It's better to have it like that. Now he has played both Bone Mares, he has played Shadowcaster, he has played Leroy. I have a 12-12 C'Thun. So that's a win. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.